Hello, it's me Pavlo, and I came to seduce you with your daily dose of Ukrainian accent. Today we are talking about great versatile device FiiO K15. Previously in K model lineup, FiiO offered desktop DACs and amplifiers, but K15 goes far beyond that. It has Bluetooth receiver functionality, it connects to your Wi-Fi or Ethernet to provide you room streaming or AirPlay streaming. It also supports local file playback, but at heart it's still a DAC built with AKM AK4497S chips, and also it's a powerful headphones amplifier with a transistor current output stage that delivers up to 3000 milliwatts per channel. And you can get that all for about $550, which is a really good price. But let's have a closer look and find out what else it can offer. To save a bit of your precious time, I decided to skip unboxing part, but you can believe me, because I'm always saying the truth, unless I'm lying, of course. That package is really nice. Good cardboard box with lot of foam padding inside protecting device, and another box made of recycled cardboard to protect inner box during the transportation. Inside you'll get K15 itself and this box with accessories. So you'll get power cord with connector corresponding to your country, 6.3mm connector, pretty nice remote control with a lot of functions. Then spare fuse, which is nice touch, and the cover for the 4-pin XLR connector. And also you'll get two USB cables. I will show a bit later to you why you may want to have two of them. So FiiO really nailed to find the perfect design. A lot of people bought K17 purely because of this vintage aesthetics, and they released K15 in almost same design with almost same size. You can get either silver or black version, and both look great. It's made of metal, it's not super heavy, but definitely it feels pretty solid. And of course it's perfectly built, nothing is shaking, rattling or something like that. On the bottom you'll get 4 feeds and a bit of information about the device, and FiiO put their logo only on the bottom. On top you'll get model name and also labels about high-res audio. But to be honest, I'd prefer to see FiiO here. So no branding or marking on the front panel, but what we have here: nice sensor screen, then 3 toggles. They are super satisfying. It's hard to resist toggling them on and off. I think FiiO should put fourth toggle on the front panel that does nothing, just as a fidget spinner. And here is output selector. You can get headphones output and preamplifier, pure phones output, pure preamplifier, and line out. Line out is without volume control. 5 levels of gain, with high, then super high, and ultra high. I wonder if they needed 6 level, will it be hyper high? USB input, which is pretty useful if you want, for example, to connect your smartphone for some time. Then 3 outputs, single-ended, balanced Pentacon, and balanced 4-pin XLR. And 2 encoders. One is for menu operations and second is for volume. They both are pressable, so you can control additional features with them. And here is rear panel. You can see tons of different connectors. So what we have here: 2 antennas, then power input, fuse, and main on-off toggle. Or you can alternatively use 12 volts DC power supply. In this case you need to toggle the switch and connect 12 volts here. FiiO has a PL50 power supply, but it's a bit underpowered to power this device fully, so you need 2.5 amps. Then you can connect it via Ethernet cable to your network, then USB input if you want to play local files, then USB input if you want to use it as DAC, and RS232, it's another USB input if you want to use equalizer and control it remotely. That's why I said that in some cases you probably want to connect it with two cables. Then you have coaxial and optical in, then you have balanced output, line in and line out, and grounding, and 4.4mm in, which is also sometimes convenient if you have some device with such connector. And as you can see, you're getting, and even reset button, you're getting almost all possible connectivity here. Probably I'd like to see here also trigger input and output with 12 volts trigger, and that will allow to use it in some system, and maybe phono preamplifier, because it become more and more popular and it's nice to have such feature. Maybe if I could dream a bit more, dedicated subwoofer output would be also a pretty nice option too. Here how K15 looks with screen on. There are two possible color options. This one is black with almost white, and also there is an orange with black captions and graphics. In my opinion, this option suits black case more, and orange is better with silver case. Screen is not super bright, but unlikely this device will be used outside under direct sunlight, so for home usage it's more than okay. It has good resolution, it responds to taps and gestures pretty well. Also, there are two LED indicators around these knobs. They look blinking on camera, but not in real life. So if you swipe the screen right to left, you can select inputs. USB, optical, coaxial, line in, balanced input, Bluetooth, streaming, and local play. And for local play you can browse files, favorites, all songs, albums, artists, genres, and update media library. So pretty convenient. And by streaming, actually FiiO means Roon and AirPlay. No DLNA support, unfortunately, and also no streaming services like Tidal and others. But you can AirPlay or stream them via Bluetooth from your smartphone if you'd like to. And if you swipe to the right, from left to right, you can get to the settings menu. So playback settings, it's play mode and resume. Then equalizer, you can just select presets here. Lot of presets, but to set it you will need to use either web controls or FiiO's control app. Then filter selector, maximum volume, channel balance, network settings. You can connect via Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connection is pretty simple thanks to the sensor screen. You can instantly enter password here and it will connect to Wi-Fi. Then brightness, it's maximum level, but you can reduce it if you like. Screen time, then you can set this to RGB lights, disable them, breathe, and so on. So you can change different settings. Theme selector, I already told you about this. Idle time, USB audio version, language, options reset, and others. From interesting, it's what to do when you press volume knob. You can either use it to turn on and off screen or to mute volume. And that's it. But as you can see, actually tons of features and settings that you can make from the screen, from the FiiO Control app, via remote control. So really versatile device, especially for this price. Here is FiiO Control with K15 added. Keep in mind that if you want to add it, it should be added in the player section, not in the Bluetooth and amplifier devices. And also the device you run FiiO Control and K15 should be in one network. So a bit of additional information, and here you can change volume. You can see equalizer, selected equalizer preset and selected mode. No support for switching mode so far. You can control local playback. I don't have any media connected, so it's not working for me right now. So let me turn it back to Bluetooth. You can see it shows changes instantly. And the parametric equalizer is as we've seen before. Here you can select one of built-in presets, or you can select one of the custom ones, and then you can either move sliders, or you can switch to advanced mode, and in the advanced mode you can tweak it as a parametric equalizer. There are low peak, low shelf, high shelf, band pass, low pass, high pass, and all pass filters. Actually, pretty good set of filters. You can select gain that you'd like to do, and you can select Q. And all that is reflected on this curve. But of course, so far, let me disable it. But it's pretty convenient to change it here. And in the settings, update media library, reset media library, and upgrade Bluetooth. But it's on the latest version already. When it comes to the sound, FiiO continue being faithful to their logic, and I'm losing it a little bit here because it was true before and it's true now. They don't play marketing games with their desktop DAC amplifiers. And for about half a price, you're getting like 90% of sound. Of course, I'm roughly speaking here, but I own and use K15 for quite a long time, and I had to do detailed comparison with A to B comparison with really expensive earphones and headphones to be able to tell a small difference. Taking into account that price difference here is 2+ times, actually in the more affordable segment, FiiO has a much better price to quality ratio, and they cannibalizing their lineup from below. But for you as a buyer and as a customer, probably it's a great news. It's true for the other device too, but in desktop DAC amps, it's obvious for like 5 years or so, because K7 was really close to K9, K9 was close to K9 Pro, and the difference between K9 Pro and K19, actually K19 was a step forward. But K15 is a step forward too, so it's pretty close to K19. And I suspect that difference between K15 and 17 is not big. I haven't tested K17, but I'm kind of sure here. Anyway, sound is natural, uncolored, technical, not dry, and monitoring thanks to sub-flagship chip by AKM. With good balance of musicality and technicality, really enjoyable, and without any coloration, unless you use some equalizer, of course. So bass goes to maximum depth, it's nicely controlled, it's tight, impactful. When necessary, it delivers kicks, when necessary, it delivers punches, when necessary, it gives you body and warmth. Good texturing, great amount of small nuances. In direct comparison with K19, K19 has slightly more tightness and authority over bass, especially on the tight headphones, but that's basically it. So pretty universal and versatile bass. And examples, I'm using Bluetooth connection for demo purposes, but of course I used USB for critical listening. First one is Musica Nuda, Quando. It's a live version of performance, great vocal, and of course superb rendering of double bass here. that builds a nice contrast with the vocal and giving you all that great emotions. And Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, another type of low frequencies, punchy, engaging, groovy, and really nicely controlled with great impact, but at the same time not overwhelming. So with great headphones you will definitely enjoy such kind of music. Mid frequencies, musical, emotional, with great vocal representation, with nice fluidity, with great transition between notes. But at the same time, of course, you're getting all nuances, details, you're getting all that tiny things that are present in the record. Actually, even with Bluetooth, with LDAC codec, you're getting really good representation. But of course, with wired connection, you're getting even more details and better stage. Stage is great. It's spacious, it's three-dimensional, a bit less holographic compared to K19, but also difference is really small, like really small. I won't bet money on my ability to distinguish them in 100% in blind A/B tests. So either it will be some audiophilic record with just a few instruments, or some big orchestra, you'll be immersed into music. Main condition here is that you will need great record quality with all that staging preserved. First example, it's Magdalene by Moonspell. Really great track. I enjoyed when this album Sin Pecado was first released. I was disappointed, and because it was not heavy, and only with age I started to enjoying it more and more. And that velvety vocal highlighted by the cold sound of synthesizers is really really great, and the K15 delivers it well. And test for pure technicality, Carcass, it's a full dynamic range remaster, and such tracks showcase why we need high-end gear, because this full dynamic range remaster shows all that aggressive power, all that difference between different instruments and sounds of the brutal metal. And of course, not all people like brutal metal, but there is some inner beauty in such music, and K15 delivers it pretty well. And treble, it has great extension, close to maximum, with really great attacks and decays, proper amount of energy, of course no attempts to hide and highlight it. Layering is good, not perfect, but good, and once again, without comparison with K19, I won't be able to say that. So K19 is slightly better in the treble area, but difference is not big, and that means that you're getting overtones for the instruments, you're getting all that airness, spaciousness, and all tiny nuances. And first example, Roxanne by George Michael, really great live version with nice percussions, with orchestral accompaniment, and all that sounds superb. And thanks to great stage building and treble performance, you just diving into this music. And Snarky Puppy, deep, also great performance with lot of nuances going and details going into the treble area, and K15 delivers them effortlessly. In terms of pairings, it's really versatile device. You have 5 levels of gain, meaning that on the lowest you're getting great black background with sensitive IEMs, and on the highest you're getting enough of power to drive virtually any headphones. Maybe there are a few models that can be an exception, but vast majority of headphones will be driven properly without any issues, both in terms of power and actually technicality. And it has tons of different modes, and they all works pretty nice. Bluetooth is stable, giving good quality, and also I tried AirPlay streaming, also didn't have any issues, so all modes works nice. Speaking about the comparisons, to be honest, don't have a lot of models to compare with except of FiiO ones. I already told you the difference between K19. It's actually not huge, a bit better treble, slightly better treble layering, a bit tighter and more puncher bass, slightly better stage. But that difference is not proportional to the difference in price. I haven't tested K17, probably it's close to K19, and also meaning that K15 offers a much better price to quality ratio. And speaking about FiiO's previous models, K9 Pro of course is great, but K15 is kind of next generation. You're getting more musical mid frequencies, you're getting slightly better treble performance. Difference is not huge. If you own K9 Pro, of course that doesn't mean you have to sell it and go buy K15. But if you are on the market for the new device, K15 of course will offer you more value, it's slightly better sonically, but also it offers much more in terms of functionality. So let's everyone say thank you to FiiO because they released another great device. And a bit of bonus content, if you listen to this moment, kind of a small snack recipe from me. Take a loaf of bread, then put some tasty butter on top, then put circles of tomato and put few anchovies on top, and that will give you that umami boost. Both tomatoes and anchovies have a lot of umami in them, and this combination will give you really great tasty snack. But of course just use just a few anchovies, they are really salty, so just a few of them on the big loaf of bread. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.